Hello, and welcome to our channel, where we explore everything. Today, I'm excited to share with you my experiment for using AI to help navigate Odoo documentation. In this video, I'll be building on a previous experiment about streaming chatbots. If you're interested in learning more about that project, please visit my channel page and watch the previous video for more information. For this experiment, we'll be leveraging additional components such as LM Studio for our AI platform with Qwen 2.5-7b, Instruct for the AI model, Nomic Embed Text v1.5 for the embedding model, Semantic Kernel for our AI framework, ChromaDb for our vector database, Crawl4AI to extract Odoo documentation, and NLUX for our chat UI. You can find links to these components in the video description below. Before we dive into the code, let's discuss how this module works. The first step is to prepare the documentation. We have two options: using the official Odoo documentation site or building our own Odoo documentation and serving it from our own server. I chose the second option for full control over how and where my documentation is stored. If you're interested in learning more about building Odoo documentation, please visit the Odoo documentation repository on GitHub. Once we have our documentation ready, we can start preparing the data for our module. We need to extract the link of every documentation page and store it in the Odoo database. Then, we'll extract the documentation page content, create a vector from it, and store it in ChromaDb. This creates a bridge between human-readable documents and AI-powered search capabilities. When a user asks a question, the AI will search the vector database and answer based on the search result. Now let's get started. As usual, we'll begin by creating a manifest file, initializing our init files, and setting up our initial directory structure. For the AI agent, we'll create a plugin to search the vector database. We'll also adjust the instructions for our specific use cases. The rest of the code is similar to the previous experiment. To make it more manageable, I've moved some of the codes into separate files. For example, the method runAsync function and the constants are now in their own files. Since we're using ChromaDb, we need to adjust the original Chroma memory store class from Semantic Kernel. Unfortunately, I failed to make the newer version of ChromaDb with the original class, so I've changed it to use the ChromaDb persistent client instead. Next, we'll create some utility functions to implement the processes explained earlier. We'll have a new file called crawlutils for functions to extract the link of every documentation page and to extract the documentation page content. We'll also create two files, embedding utils and summarizer. The embedding utils provides functions to initialize ChromaDb, create semantic text memory, and to save and remove page content from ChromaDb. I also introduced a summarizer, another AI agent that generates summaries of the documentation contents. This helps tackle context limitations in embeddings by focusing on key points, hopefully, without losing important details. To save the documentation links, we'll create a new model called docref with 3 fields: the title of the document, the link itself, and a status field to indicate whether the link has already been processed or not. Then, we'll create views for the model. To trigger the processes mentioned earlier, we'll create a wizard and 2 server actions linked to buttons on the list view of the model. And that's it. Let's test it out. Before we end this video, I'd like to mention a couple of notes. With an integrated chatbot, there are some advantages we can use to enhance user experience even further. For example, we can give AI more context to the user's queries, such as which view they're currently on or whether they have access rights to a feature. An example use case for this is when a user wants to access a feature but can't find the menu for it. We can give the AI information about the access rights of the user. With more information available, the AI can help users even more. Although creating a full-featured integrated AI chatbot is not a trivial task, with this video, we've taken a glimpse into how an integrated AI chatbot can help Odoo users search Odoo documentation. Are you interested in creating a full-featured integrated AI chatbot for Odoo? Leave us a comment below. Thank you for watching. If you found this video helpful, please like and share it. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel so you can stay up to date on all of my experiments and tutorials.